Hello everyone, and welcome to the Star Trek Online Preservation Project. For those of you who have been on my channel before, I am not doing this for fame or fortune or anything. I'm doing this for another reason that will be made clear in just a few seconds. For those of you who have seen the news for my channel, I am essentially doing this project in absence of Synergy Retro Gaming, which I am putting on hold indefinitely for the time being because I have no way of charging my laptop. That being said, this series is being put together not for fame or fortune or anything like that, simply because Star Trek Online is considered by CBS, the people who own the license to Star Trek, as canon. Eventually, one day, CBS might create something that has a lot of references to this game. Since you cannot just pick up this game, since at one point in time in the future, you will not be able to pick up this game and just play it, you will have to rely on wiki sources and stuff like that in order to understand some of the lore of Star Trek at the very beginning of the 25th century. Maybe one day all this content will be put on YouTube. But first, let's start out from the very beginning, creating a new character. Seems we're receiving a little bit of a slowdown here, but that's completely normal. Now, I have a few procs having at least one level 60 character, not to mention characters that are fully crafted. I have also bought some Zen items as well. Klingon and Join Trill I never bought, but everything else here is on my list, including, for some reason, the Talaxians. I did not know the Talaxians would be unlocked automatically. I thought you would have to buy it on the store. But that's irrelevant. I am, as usual, playing a Cation character because furry. And, well, I am a furry. I'm going to go with a male character, and instead of science, I'm going to go with engineering. For those of you who don't know, Star Trek Online is essentially a massively multiplayer online role-playing game, or MMO, set in the Star Trek universe in the 25th century. It's supposed to take place a few hundred years after the destruction of Praetor Shinzon's ship and the destruction of the destruction of Romulus, my bad, from the what was it, the 2009 Star Trek movie, where that all takes place in an alternate timeline or something like that. Anyway, let's see. I don't know what to say. Let's see, we got all the traits available to Cation. Feline instincts. 1.5% chance to dodge half damage of ranged attacks, plus 100% jump height, plus 15 perception, and plus 15 exploit damage. These guys jump the highest, even though if I were to try and zoom out here, yep, I can zoom out. Wow, that's pretty awesome. They do not have Digitrade legs whatsoever. Now, for most of the missions that I'm going to be going through, I am going to do both an uncut version where I essentially try and voice all the characters. It's going to be a nightmare for my throat. And I'm going to have a analytical version where I take a look at the episode as a whole, try and give you a rundown of the story, and and reminisce a little bit as to how the mission was at the very beginning and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I think that I am going to skip that for this very first mission. To do class info. Engineering characters are... before I actually continue, tactical characters were essentially all about damage, doing as much damage as possible in every way, shape, and form. Scientists are your healers on the ground. Well, sorry, your medics on the ground, or in space, they are your control types and debuffers and buffers and all those crazy things. I am going to be playing as an engineer. Why? Because it's got the most toys. We got drones, we got turrets, we got mortars, we got an ability to do an orbital strike on our enemies. I don't know if I'll be able to pay for the C-store. I don't know if I'll be able to pay for the upgrade, which turns it into a chasing beam. We will have to see how the game progresses. But on the ground, they have all the toys. In space, they are your tanks and your healers. A very odd combination in space. As for the Romulan... Whoa, the screen went totally blank. As for the Romulans and the screen going black again, the Klingons, they are going to be a lot shorter because they have a very small story arc that goes from, say, level 1 to level 30 or 40. And then the story arc from all three factions are combined into one. So unfortunately, our Starfleet character, the male Cation, who I have decided to name, what was it? Tigru, yes, Tigru will be the one that receives the most love, and you'll see how much I mean. All right. Into the appearance tab, if it'll actually load. Ah, there we go. Should we have a dark or a light? These are some of the presets. I'm gonna go with the standard Starfleet uniform from the year 2010. Sorry, 2210? No, 2110. I don't remember the year, people. I am so smart. I know I'm probably going to have something flash up on the screen saying it's the year to something, you dunce. It'll look really cool, trust me. Alright. I think I kind of like the way the character looks for now, but I am going to change a few things about him. There are a lot of sliders and a lot of customization options that I am not entirely going to go through. First of all, I definitely want a slit pupil, but I want to have green eyes. Green is like my favorite color. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be using green weapons at all. And I always use the feline 3 ears because I think they look the best. I know they look a lot like cat's ears, but I mean like house cat ears, but you know. I have some hair options like a mohawk and short hair and tied. And, tied 2 might work actually. Because tied 3 is 3 ponytails, tied 1 is up high, and that looks like a 1990s man's whatnot. Man's ponytail. Alright, which one of these is which? What one is this? Alright, this is the color of his tie in the back, so we will change it to the same color as the uniform once I find out what color that is. Ah, here it is. It is C8. So we will change this to C8 to match his thing, which unfortunately it doesn't. So let's just turn up the brightness to a little too much. That seems decent enough. And then we'll keep his highlights black. What color fur do we want? As you can see, there's not very many options. Maybe by the time this game ends, they'll add more fur pattern. They'll actually add fur patterns and fur colors and stuff like that. But for now, they haven't. Nice brownish color might do. A7 or A8? A8 looks kind of nice. Kind of dark. Alright, let's see. Hairstyle, got that one done. Mouth accessory. Well, this is a lot. I actually like the one that's already used. Okay, we of course got the whiskers, and we got all the scaling options, which I am not going to mess with. It would take forever. As for the body, I am going to do a few small things, and that would be... Where is it? I am looking for something very, very... here it is. Tail length, maxed out, and tail thickness, maxed out entirely. Unfortunately, you probably noticed a little bit of slowdown when that happened. Terribly sorry. As for the uniform itself, we will keep as Starfleet, I think it's 2410. But I am going to have, oh, I gotta turn it backwards a little bit. Zoom in just a bit. Nope, that's a bad idea. And of course the mouse goes all crazy. For tuft, shaggy, thick, thin. I am going to go with the thick one because he's going to be mostly like a tiger. I believe that there's an option to put some fur patterns on here. Nah, no, definitely not. No. Spots? Looks kind of dangerous there with the black circles around his eyes. I think I'll keep that. Alrighty then, so we have all that options fixed. Hopefully the music in the background is nice and the sound is okay. Enter a name. Well, we got a name already. It's Tigru. I'm going to leave this formal name because it's completely optional out. Cations only have one name. Who knew? Ship name. Well, since I am not really going to be using the standard starter ship, I'm actually going to opt in for C-Store ships most of the way because they have a few toys that I get to play around with, plus a few new custom options. I'm just going to name it the USS Expendable. Biography, which is optional, but I want people to be able to see this. I'm going to say, if you can see this, no, if you can see me, you are most likely being recorded for, recorded for the YouTube STO. What was it? It was a P. Think. Preservation. Preservation Preservation Series. IES. SER. IES. My bad. And let's engage. First things first, it's most likely going to ask me if I want to skip. Whoa, that's kind of loud. It looks like I'm going to have to adjust some settings. Huh, weird. Options. Let's see, where is it? Audio. So the overall volume to maybe about 30%, which means I'm going to have to turn up the music volume. That should do. If not, well then I'll continue to adjust things until I find my normal setup. Finally, I have to go to my HUD and load UI, which will set everything up, well, which will automatically set up things in my normal way. And it's asking me, would you like to skip the tutorial or no? And no, since I am recording every single story episode, I am not going to skip the tutorial. Here we go.
After I left Starfleet, I made it my life's work to reunite the Romulans with their Vulcan brothers. For many years, I lived among them and waged a campaign of peace. Live long. And 21 years ago, the star of the Hova system went supernova and sent a wave of devastation across the quadrant. I promised to save the Romulan homeworld. I failed. The planets Romulus and Remus were destroyed. Countless billions were killed. My home, my friends, my life, all are memories. Time does not stop for one man, and neither does history. The chaos in Romulan space gave the Klingon Empire an opportunity to expand its territory. Jimpak, the Chancellor of the High Council, traded diplomacy for the tip of a blade. Only in battle, Jimpak says, is a Klingon truly Klingon. The Federation did its utmost to preserve its alliance with the Klingons, but war was inevitable. The Romulans want revenge for their lost world. The Dominion is rebuilding its forces. Now the Borg have reappeared, and the Alpha Quadrant balances on the edge of ruin. The fate of the galaxy rests in your hands.
Welcome to Star Trek Online. Today is graduation day, and you soon will be embarking on your training cruise, where the bulk of the ship is manned by cadets like yourself. This tutorial will introduce you to the basic controls of Star Trek Online, including movement, combat, and interacting with characters and objects.
Alrighty then, a little more adjustment of the options.
To move, use the W, A, S, and D keys. To look around, hold down the right mouse button and move your mouse. People you can interact with have icons above their heads. You can press the interaction key, default F, to talk with them.
finally! I was beginning to think you forgot what today was.
How could I? You've reminded me every day for the past month. Did you get your assignment?
Of course, I was first in line. Oh, before I forget, I think Rasky is just ahead. He wanted to thank you for helping him cram for the astrometrics final.
Alright, well, looks like we gotta go look for that guy. I'm going to try to keep my commentary sort of... well, this is out of character right now, but I'm going to try to keep my commentary as in character as possible. So this is going to be a lot like an actual Star Trek experience. So, please, I hope you like my voice, because you're going to be hearing it a lot.
There you are. I wanted to thank you for helping me pass that final, and for all the other times you've helped me. I've always admired you. I hope Starfleet recognizes all you've done to lead our class. What ship did you get?
I haven't received my assignment yet.
Good luck. Before you report to Lieutenant Farah and get your assignment, you should find Tavrel. She wanted to talk to you. She's just up the pathway.
Alrighty then. Do-do-do.
Greetings.
Out of character again. Terribly sorry about pronunciations and whatnot. I'm not the best. Back to character. Roski said you had something to tell me.
It was good of you to encourage me to retake the linguistics final. I was willing to accept my original results, but you saw that I was not at my best that day. My score increased by 12.8% on the second attempt, well within my standard norms. Now I am qualified to serve as both a science officer and a communications officer. Morik would like to see you as well. He is ahead of us on the path. Live long and prosper.
Your mini-map shows you where your objectives are. An arrow will appear on the mini-map if you are far away from your objective.
There you are. Getting excited yet? Once we finish our training cruise, we'll all be full-fledged ensigns. The buzz is, Captain Taggart hasn't named all of his senior staff yet. From what I heard, the advanced phaser training simulation is tripping people up.
Thanks. Off to talk to Lieutenant Farah. Out of character again. Please excuse the little beeping sound. You're going to hear that a lot. If it annoys you, I am terribly sorry. Back to character.
Good afternoon, Cadet. What can I do for you?
Is this where I get my training cruise assignment?
Yes, I have the complete assignment list here. Name?
Tiger.
Let's see. Interesting. Report to Captain Taggart. He's in the office behind me.
Is there a problem, sir?
You're going to have to ask him.
Understood.
The direction of your objectives also appears on your compass. Objects you can interact with have a glow around them. Press F to interact with a doorbell to notify Captain Taggart of your presence.
Come. Cadet.
You asked to see me, sir?
I did. I've been following your progress here at the Academy, and I must say, I'm impressed.
Thank you, Captain.
I'm just looking at your final test scores, but I don't see your results for the Advanced Phaser Training Program.
Out of character, once again. At some points in the game, there will be branches into dialogue. It will take me a few seconds to respond to this sort of thing, but I'm going to try to respond as my character as best as I can, so it will take me a little while to read it. Back to character. Many of my classmates didn't take that test either, Captain. Is that an issue?
I want everyone on my senior staff to run that program. And I want to see good results, no exceptions.
Did you say senior staff?
I did. Like I said, I've been following your career here at the Academy. If you complete that program, I can put you on my bridge. I'll ask my tactical officer to set it up.
Your tactical officer, sir? Who is that?
Another fine cadet like yourself. Her scores were almost as good as yours, but her record has a few blemishes. Still, I'm sure Cadet Flores will settle down and become a fine officer someday. I'll tell Flores to meet you out in the quad. Talk to her to start the phaser training, and I'll see you when you're finished. You're dismissed, Cadet.
Yes, sir. If you... out of character, again. You must excuse me if you notice that I have a bunch of pop-ups on my screen. I am going to attempt to fix this situation so that it does not show up anymore. I may even consider closing down chat entirely, because honestly, I don't need it. See you in a bit. Welcome back. Well, after some long issues and whatnot, that beeping sound would be some private chat stuff. Sorry about that. I found out that you can remove certain messages that fly by on the screen, but other messages you cannot. So, unfortunately, I can't really do anything about that. Oh, good. Okay. Some of my traits have already been... there. Sorry, I'm just messing around with my traits a little bit. Gonna remove stubborn. And I'm going to add, EPS manifold efficiency. And then add pounce to my list. And then continue on with the story. Back in character.
I got the tactical officer spot. Just what I wanted. Where'd you end up?
Captain Taggart says he wants me on the senior staff, but I have to pass the advanced phaser training first.
You never did that? I thought you were Mr. Extra Credit. Everyone knows that Captain Taggart expects all his top people to pass that program.
Oh, now you tell me.
Don't worry, you'll do fine. Come on, I'll take you to the holodeck and set it up.
Lead the way.
Seems most of our class ended up on Captain Taggart's ship. Have you seen the whales in San Francisco Bay? I never seem to spot them. I sometimes forget that Boothby is a hologram. He seems like such a fixture here at Starfleet Academy. Last one of the console buys the first round tonight.
Unfortunately, for some out of character, I can't run for some reason. An error with the controls, probably because I was messing around with things. My bad.
Setting up the training program now. I hope holodeck 2 is your lucky holodeck.
Have any advice for me? I want to pass this.
Shoot stuff, don't die. Pretty basic, really.
What kind of tactics can I expect?
It's standard stuff. The program runs a variation on Mako assault training.
You're setting up the program. Are you making it easy for me?
The last time I tried to give someone a little help, I ended up on academic probation for the rest of the year. Not saying I haven't learned a few tricks since then, though.
I'll need a phaser.
Phasers are in the lockers by the holodecks. You can grab one there.
Alright, let's go. Excuse me for a quick second. Terribly sorry about that. Back to character stuff. What's going on here? Oh, Klingons!
Well done, cadets. You're not going to break the Academy record, but your score was more than satisfactory.
Thank you, Captain. Do you have an assignment for me now?
Absolutely. I have a new first officer. Congratulations.
First officer, sir?
Yes. You should be proud of your accomplishments here, cadet. You have a promising career ahead of you in Starfleet.
Thank you, sir. It will be an honor serving with you. Out of character, again. Terribly sorry for this. It's still setting up things. I am going to test to see if my microphone is still working. Hopefully I haven't gone through this entire spiel without my with my microphone actually working. Be right back. And I'm back. After a quick look at things, I have noticed that I am doing just fine. On with the mission.
First officer, way to go! Just a little jealous, I'll admit. At least now you'll get to boss us all around like you've always wanted.
What can I say? The captain sees greatness in me.
Don't let it go to your head, buddy.
I won't.
You'll do great. But we should head up to the shuttle bay. Everyone else is waiting there for the ceremonial send-off toast.
Now hear this. All cadets report to shuttle bay to prepare for departure.
Okay, all of the senior staff is waiting by the bar. I'm sure everyone's a bit nervous, this being our first real assignment and all. So, I'm expecting an inspiring speech out of you. Something heartwarming. Make Tavrel cry. This mission could just determine the rest of our careers. No pressure. I'll meet you over there.
I feel honored. We are the senior staff of the USS Expendable. Each and every one of us has trained for the task at hand, and we are ready. I have the utmost faith in each of you. You are the best the Academy has, and together we can do anything. But we will go forth boldly like Starfleet has trained us, putting to use everything we've learned here. To Starfleet Academy, to the USS Expendable, to her crew.
All cadets, please board your shuttles.
I didn't quite catch that. What now? Out of character again. Normally I expected these people to talk. Terribly sorry. Normally, when it comes to missions where nobody talks whatsoever, and yes, I will encounter a lot of those, I will try to act out the characters as best as I can. Back to character. Back to stuff. Of course it's speed. Let's see if I can run again. I can run again! Hooray!
Are you ready to head to the ship?
Let's go.
I can't believe we're finally doing this. Oh, look at that. The USS Vesta, first of her class. She's got subsystem targeting, a crew of 750, auxiliary phaser cannons, and even a quantum field focus controller. I can't wait to captain one someday. But here's our ship. Miranda class, 200 crew, 2 forward weapon mounts, 1 aft. Average speed, warp 5 point nothing. She is a tough little ship though. I think I like her. We're the final shuttle to arrive. We need to get to the bridge.
If you'll excuse me, I have a few things to take care of. Be right back. Welcome back. Sorry about the delay. Let's continue on with our mission.
I'm going to check in and then head for the bridge. See you there.
A reminder to all Starfleet personnel. Level 6 security precautions are in effect by order of Starfleet.
Name and position?
Cadet Tigru, acting first officer.
I have your record right here, sir. Welcome to the ship.
Where's the captain?
Captain Taggart is waiting for you on the bridge. Use the turbo lift behind me. It will take you directly there.
Welcome to the bridge, number one.
Number 1?
Early in my career, I served with a captain who called his first officer that. I always liked it. As my number one, I expect you to ensure my orders are carried out, and to advise me on the best course of action in any situation. But first, we need to get out of dry dock, get clearance from control, and close the shuttle bay doors, then disable the tractor moorings.
Travell, get clearance from traffic control for the expendable to leave the gantry.
Earth traffic control has cleared us to depart, sir.
Very good, number one.
Flores, send the signal to close the shuttle bay doors.
Shuttle bay doors are closed, sir.
Very good, number one.
Potter, wait for me to disable the tractor beam moorings. Sorry, tractor moorings.
Potter, take us out. 1/4 impulse.
Captain, may I remind you that Starfleet regulations specifically specify thrusters only while in the vicinity of space dock.
Just checking to see if you were paying attention, number one. Potter, take us out. Maximum thrusters.
Ah, sit in the first officer chair. It's mine.
Cleared from dry dock, Captain.
Good. Let's start with something easy. Set course for Vulcan.
Course lead in, sir.
Engage.
Captain, I am picking up a distress call from the SS Break-Even. Audio only.
Let's hear it, Tavrel.
This is the SS Break-Even. Our warp core is failing, and we are in need of assistance.
Let them know we're on our way. Potter, lay in a rendezvous course.
Altering course, sir. ETA 3 minutes.
Transporter room, prepare to beam over survivors.
Sir, Census can't read anything in the vicinity of the break-even.
Communications are out as well.
Keep trying to hail them, Tavrel. Number one, let's discuss the situation. You heard the distress call, number one. What do you think we should do?
Is this a test, sir? Part of the training cruise?
Absolutely not. We're the closest ship to the break-even, so it's our duty to assist.
It's strange that the transmission was audio only. A warp core emergency shouldn't affect communications.
Good. What do you advise?
We need more information before we get in there. I recommend scanning for an hour to see exactly what the situation is.
We don't have that kind of time, number one.
You're probably right, sir. But we should raise the shields.
I agree. Flores, raise shields. Number one, get down to the transporter room. You'll oversee the rescue effort from there.
Aye, sir. On my way to the transporter. Rock to the break-even. Should be in range. Give me a status, sorry.
I'm getting some weird readings. I can't get a solid lock. There may be interference. Trying to compensate. I think I have it. This is a lot different than the training scenarios. Beaming them over now. Hang on!
This vessel is now property of Captain Kadek of the IKS Chunk.
Rock, come in! What happened? Rock!
Doc, security is reporting disruptor fire in the transporter room, and Klingon transporter signatures are showing up all over the ship. They're boarding us.
What can I do to help?
You have the command codes to unlock an armory near your position. Arm yourself, and any security team members you find.
What about the enemy ship, sir?
We still have weapons. I'll do what I can. For now, I need you to concentrate on getting those Klingons off my ship. Taggart out.
Yes, sir. Let's get the doors open for these guys. Alright. Basically, tutorial saying you can equip your rifle by clicking and dragging it, or there's a few other ways, and blah 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 blah. Say hello to my little friend. Oh, jeez. This is definitely not a training simulation. That guy just got vaporized. Come on, Rack, you're gonna be okay, man. Right? Shoot an EPS? Okay. What EPS conduit?
Number one, we're doing our best to cripple this Klingon marauder, but I need your help. Time to show off that academy training.
I can improve the ship's structural integrity field. Haha, double kill. Come on, cadets, let's go! Woohoo! Alright, reinforcing the structure. Listen to me, you can't talk whatsoever. Oh, jeez. Where's the last console? There it is.
Number 1, we've got injured up here and the Klingons could send a boarding party at any time. I need you back on the bridge.
Aye, sir.
Go see to the bridge. We will secure this area.
Alright. Come on. Come on, Travell, you'll be okay. Not much of a field medic.
Incoming transmission from the Klingons.
On screen.
This is Captain Kayak of the IKS Chart. You may have forced my boarding parties off your decks, but our ship remains cloaked. You have no hope of finding us or defeating us. Your choice is simple. Surrender, or we will kill your captain and then destroy your ship.
Never!
Perhaps your captain will change your mind.
Captain?
Order your crew to surrender, Captain, or I will blow them out of the sky. It's your choice, Captain. Do you want these children to die?
Very well. Number 1, you are now the captain of the ship. Your orders... Your orders are to lock onto my combat and fire!
Make me proud.
We have target lock, Captain.
Fire. Make them suffer.
Direct hit! Casualties on all decks! Shields! Shields! Fire all weapons! Weapons and shields are offline! Cloak and begin repairs!
We've lost their signal. What now? We survived, but the Captain Taggart knew what would happen, and he gave the order anyway. Ultimate sacrifice. One that we all might be called to make someday. He trusted you to take command. All we can do now is survive. And remember him.
Agreed. I have the con. Excuse me for a quick second. Be right back. Welcome back. Sorry, had to change some other settings as usual. Ah well.
All decks reporting in, sir. We took some casualties, and sickbay is full. All ship systems have taken some damage, but some are worse than others. Life support is stable, but anything else could be an issue.
Travell, send out a distress call.
I have been trying to get a distress call out, Captain, but something is jamming all frequencies.
Keep trying. Elisa, what's the situation on the Klingon ship?
She's still cloaked, but I think she took some real damage. We're in rough shape too, Captain.
Zarva, damage report.
Still running diagnostics, sir. Took us some time to get the systems back online.
What about the break-even? Hail them, Travell.
Hailing the break-even now, Captain.
SS break-even. This is Starfleet vessel USS Expendable. What is your status?
Oh, hello, Starfleet. No hard feelings, right? I had to send that distress signal. If I didn't, that crazy Klingon was going to throw my ship into space junk.
Typical Ferengi.
And, because Starfleet's always ready to help and all, could you help me repair my ship? I'm grateful for all you've done to save my ship and cargo already. But the sooner I can get out of here, the sooner I'll be safe from Kadek.
I'll see what I can do.
Helm, full stop. I've stopped us this time, sir, but from now on, you'll be responsible for adjusting the speed of the ship.
Scanning freighter.
Looks like she just needs 3 or 4 warp induction coils. We have plenty of those to spare.
Alright, let's get to repairing her.
Thanks. We'd help you if we could, but I just don't see any profit in that, you know?
As I said, typical Ferengi.
Well, looks like we're on our own. At least they said thank you, I guess. About that cloaked ship full of Klingons?
Zarva, do you have that damage report?
Almost done, Captain. Level 2 diagnostics shows that almost all of the plasma injectors are damaged beyond repair.
Do you have replacements?
Not enough. Plasma injectors are made to withstand quite a beating, but I think the Klingons specifically sabotaged them when they boarded us. It's an easy way to cripple a ship. I'm installing what spares we have, but we're short 3 injectors. Without them, we can't go to warp.
Any ideas, Elisa?
We're not the first ship the Klingons have hit here. There's wreckage all over this region. I can scan the derelicts and see if any of them have intact plasma injectors.
Do it.
Bingo! I found some suitable debris in the boneyard nearby. Destroy 3 of those nacelles, and we should get the parts we need.
Helm, set a course. Fire all weapons.
Digging through scraps left behind.
Yeah, that guy's getting annoying.
These plasma injectors will do the trick, sir. Gorgeous technology. Type R, if I had to guess. 3.7 liter flow put with shielded reservoirs and a drop flow induction coil.
That's... terribly sorry. No. Stay focused and work fast. There's still a Klingon out there who wants to kill us.
You have your problems, I have mine. I'll need some time to get everything installed and run a level 1 diagnostic. We don't want to blow up the moment we hit warp 1.
Elisa Flores, give me a status report.
Zarva's dealing with the warp core, but until she's done, we're still stranded out here with no way to call for help. Oh, don't forget the cloaked Klingon battlecruiser. It's probably making repairs faster than we are.
Any chance we can determine what's jamming communications in this system?
Of course we can. We're the class of 2409. Tivrel has been working with the engineers, and they've pinpointed the locations of several Klingon signal jammers. That's what blocked our communications during the ambush. I recommend that we destroy the jamming satellites. We'll be able to get a call out to Starfleet then.
Sounds good. Hang on again. Welcome back. Some more minor adjustments. As I said, it's gonna take me a while to get everything just the way I like it. Fire! Is that all the firepower we got?
Nice shot. 2 more jamming satellites left.
feel kind of useless in this ship.
I haven't forgotten about you. Think your ship can take a couple more hits?
Long-range communications are operational, sir. Shall I send the distress signal?
Send the distress signal.
That Klingon ship took some real damage. I'll bet she's leaking plasma all over the place. We might be able to use that to find them.
Do it. We need to find him before he ambushes us again.
Understood. I'd rather not die to Klingons on my first day. Got it. I can trace the plasma signature right to the source.
Finally, we have the advantage.
I'll send the source of the plasma signature to navigation. It will show up on the map.
Make it so.
It's pretty far out, sir. We should use the ship's full impulse power to reach it. This will temporarily take power from other systems, but vastly improve our speed. Once we drop out of full impulse, the power will return to other systems.
I can make your death swift.
Ow! Ooh, what's this button do?
Your ship is outfitted with phaser beam banks. These weapons have a 270-degree firing arc. This is the firing arc for the forward phaser banks. This is the firing arc for the rear phaser banks. Note that both the forward and rear phasers have an overlapping arc of fire on the sides of your ship. Firing at enemies within the overlapping portion of your firing arcs is known as broadsiding. This allows both the forward and rear phaser banks to fire on the same target at the same time, increasing your damage output. Federation captains who prefer beam bank weapons favor the broadside technique and will often circle their target, keeping them within the broadside arc at all times. Hover your mouse over a weapon and its firing arc will be shown around your ship in space.
Torpedo high yield, now! Fire! Come on, get another torpedo off. That's it. Got one behind to the side of us. Ready photon torpedoes. Fire.
Think you can catch me? Go ahead and try.
I'll do more than catch you. You're like an insect to me. Needs to be squashed and possibly eaten.
Click on a shield that is low on power to direct power to it.
Alright, let's get rid of that last bird of prey. On my signal, I want torpedo high yield. Fire. Good night!
Incoming transmission, sir. It is from Starfleet.
On the screen, Tervel.
This is Captain Volok of the USS Renown. Do you require assistance?
Yes, sir. We've been ambushed by Klingon marauders.
A Klingon captain would have to be very bold to travel this far into Federation territory. Where is Captain Taggart?
He was captured and taken to the Klingon ship. They killed him after he ordered us to fire on his position.
And did you follow his orders?
Yes, sir.
So, I take it you are in command now.
Yes, sir, I am.
Very well. We will escort your ship to Earth's space dock.
What about the Klingon who killed the Captain Taggart, sir? Kadek is still out there.
And if he reveals his position, he will be dealt with accordingly. Until then, you are to set a course for our position. Renown out.
Yes, sir. Well, that was kind of odd. Whatever. Oh, no, you don't.
Starfleet officer. You have learned this lesson well.
I tire of this. It's time to finish this fight.
I couldn't agree with you more. Prepare photon torpedoes. Now.
My house will avenge me!
The Renown will escort you back to Earth's space dock, but first we must inform the USS Kittimer that... One moment. My communications officer informs me that we are unable to contact the Kittimer. We will proceed to their coordinates to determine if they require assistance, and your ship will accompany us. I hereby grant you a field promotion. This will give you the proper authority over your crew, and final decision-making ability for your ship until we reach Earth's space dock and report to Admiral Quinn.
Excuse me for another second. Still messing with options, trying to get things the way I like it. Welcome back. Hopefully that fixed. Going to warp.
You're alive! How did you survive? It was a sure bet. I would have made a killing. But now I'm going to lose the whole bar of... hey, nice to see you, Captain. How may I assist you?
We're here, Captain. The USS Kittimer is dead ahead, and the Renown is beside us. Our orders are to make contact with the Kittimer and find out why they've not responded to our hails.
Very good. Set a course for Kittimer. Let's cut through this static. Boost the signal.
Yes, sir. I will require approximately 15 seconds to make the necessary adjustments.
Understood.
Ah, Captain Volog. Captain Taggart? What are you both doing here?
Not Captain Taggart, sir. I'm in command of the Expendable. Captain Volok ordered me to come with him to your location.
Always good to follow the orders of your superior officers.
Do you know what happened with your communications?
These cadets were the unfortunate victims of a Klingon ambush. Captain Taggart is dead, and the ship is under the command of this cadet. The Renown was escorting them back to Earth's space dock, but when we could not raise the Kittimer, I deemed it imperative to alter our course and assess the situation. Captain Yim, what is your status?
I'm troubled by the anomalies in this system, and if they're affecting long-range communications, then they're doubly a cause for concern. Let's do this by the numbers. We've already launched 9 probes. Now that they're active, we can do an in-depth scan of the anomalies. With all 3 ships collecting data, we should be able to complete this quickly and formulate a course of action. The Renown has the largest science team, so I recommend we send our data there for analysis. Any questions?
No questions, sir. Sneaking round the corner. No, I'm kidding.
Reports indicate traces of gamma radiation, but there's something off in the readings.
It's rather strange.
Kittimer here. Are you seeing the same gamma radiation levels that we are? I'm not sure that a normal scan will be enough. We might need to do a full multiphasic reading.
We saw the same issue. How can we improve our findings?
My Chief Science Officer, Commander Davis, suggests that performing a reverse tachyon pulse wave scan will solve our sensor issue. Perform your final scans and then report back.
Understood. Alright, let's scan this final... well, whatever this thing is.
Deflector dish is realigned for reverse tachyon pulse wave, sir.
Scan point gamma.
Picking up a transwarp signature. It's right on top of us! The board!
Red alert! All hands battle stations! Torpedo high yield! Now! We're on fire! Wait, our aim isn't as good. Hang on a second, still editing control. Welcome back.
This is the emergency medical hologram aboard the USS Kittimer. I am requesting assistance from any Federation vessel in range. I've lost contact with the bridge. I am unable to contact Commander Davis for new instructions.
EMH, give me a situation report.
The Kittimer is being overwhelmed by Borg boarding parties. These Borg are different than the ones in my history records. They seem disconnected somehow. They're strange, but still quite dangerous.
Can you hold out on your own? We have problems of our own to deal with.
I am an emergency medical hologram, not a miracle worker.
Captain Volok, someone must have activated the EMH before, from the bridge.
A notable observation. If the bridge was damaged in the Borg attack, Captain Yim may have activated the EMH to alert us. The Borg have not been seen in the Alpha Quadrant in decades. Their arrival cannot simply be a coincidence. However, I hesitate to speculate without the full data from all of the probes.
What do you need us to do?
I will send teams to aid the Kittimer. You will have to finish the scans. We need to know the extent of the Borg presence here. You must also inform me if you or your crew are unable to continue. The Borg evoke a strong emotional response that can rattle even trained Starfleet officers. A crew of cadets that have already survived a Klingon attack may be unable to cope.
I trust my crew. We'll get the job done.
I have linked the Iota point to your map. Scan there while we see to the Kittimer.
Understood. Be right back again. Welcome back. I believe I have fixed my issue. Keeps trying to activate something whenever I turn the camera with right click. Yeah, so it feels a bit better. Scanning point Iota.
Please transmit the data so we may begin our analysis.
Transmitting data.
We have your data, and our science team is analyzing it now.
What is the status of the Kittimer?
Our tactical teams have eliminated the Borg boarding parties on the Kittimer. Why do you ask?
Can we use the Kittimer to help analyze the data?
There is an 88.47% chance that you will need my help.
Agreed. Can you help the Renown analyze the data we've accumulated in the system?
I have 75 million gigaquads of computer memory and an extensive library of files on military tactics and command strategies. I believe I can spare a few bits of processing power for you.
Let's see what we can determine.
Borg transwarp signatures detected. Prepare your ship for combat.
Aye, sir.
They're firing. I need help.
Let's give these probes a run for their money. I'm ready for it. Aye, sir.
You are Starfleet officers. You are prepared for this.
Multiple Borg warp signatures detected. It's an invasion force. We're outnumbered. There's no way we can...
The Borg are departing, most likely for a more strategic target. Direct your fire at the remaining sphere.
Aye,
Focus your
sir.
fire, and we shall prevail.
I hope the Borg like eating torpedoes. Shore up those
Here is the
shields.
situation.
Oh, terribly sorry.
Here is the situation as we see it. The Borg are using the Pollux system as a staging area for a larger invasion. Long-range sensors are already detecting inbound transwarp signatures. The most likely target for a first strike is the Vega system. There is a civilian colony there, and if the Borg could take it by surprise, they would have large numbers of new drones at their disposal.
What's the status of Kittimer?
The Kittimer was badly damaged, and there are many casualties. Captain Yim is gravely injured, but he will recover. We are still working on triage and restoring the Kittimer's critical systems. This leads me to our next course of action.
Yes?
You must go to the Vega colony and warn them that the Borg are coming.
What about you?
The Renown is better equipped to hold off further Borg attacks and assist the Kittimer. It is logical for us to remain here. We will delay the Collective, but you must warn the colonists at Vega.
Can you stop the Borg?
This is not a matter of can, Cadet. It is a matter of must. We must buy you as much time as possible. Once we are no longer in a position to help, we will stage a tactical retreat. You should have enough time to warn the colony. I will attempt to summon additional ships to assist, but you cannot wait for them to arrive.
Understood. We'll set a course for Vega.
It is imperative that you warn the colony at Vega of the impending attack. We will do what we can to hold off the Borg here in Vega and repair the Kittimer. Live long and prosper.
Peace and long life.
We have to make our way to Vega as soon as we can, Captain. I just hope we're not too late to warn the colony. Are you ready to go?
Depart system.
Shields up, red alert.
My God. Just upgrading my ship a little bit, out of character. Mark 2. Much better. A better photon torpedo launcher as well. Phaser split beam rifle. I'm not too much of a fan of the split beam. Give it to Elisa Flores. Replicator and recycle all this stuff. Begin the simulation of the innocent.
We arrived before the Borg. Now my heart can start beating again. What are your orders, Captain?
Hail the colonies. We have to warn them.
Tivrell managed to establish a comm link with Willa Post, the administrator of Vega Colony. It's not a great signal, but it's the best we're gonna get. Putting her through now.
On screen.
Greetings, Captain. Is there something I can do for you today?
The Borg are on their way to this system. You need to start evacuating.
Repeat, please. Your signal is breaking up. Did you say the Borg? What about them?
The Borg are on their way, Mayor. You have to evacuate. Com, what just happened?
I have lost contact with Vega Colony, sir. Something is blocking all subspace signals in this area. Even our hails to the civilian ships are not getting through. There is a communication satellite nearby. It should boost our signal sufficiently to inform the freighters of the danger and warn the colony.
Set a course for the satellites. No, thank you. Ooh, we have a new ability. Now, before you say anything, I actually have a place for all my abilities and how I have them usually set up. So, back to canon.
Our hails are still blocked, sir. The Borg may be attempting to isolate the planet before they land. Your orders, sir.
Zevra, can we get transporter locks on the colonists?
Borg are jamming up any remote signals. It's not safe to beam through that. I think I can boost the gain, though.
Hurry, I think the Borg will be here any...
Transwarp conduits opening all over the system, Captain. The Borg are here.
Scratch that!
Those civilian ships are right in the Borg's path. We have to help them.
I'm already on it. Drain shields, Travell. Torpedo high yield. One down, several to go. Let's keep them coming. Say goodnight. Hey buddy, I'm over here. Why don't you pick on something approximately your size? With better claws. Hello, beautiful. Good night.
Captain, I have short-range communications. Long-range signals are still blocked. I can contact the planet and have informed Administrator Post of the situation. However, the Borg have already landed and are moving toward the colony. It may be more prudent to retreat back to the Renown, sir.
We're the only Starfleet vessel in this system. We'll rescue as many colonists as we can.
Borg landing craft detected nearby. Captain, there are civilian ships engaging them.
I believe I can send a message to those ships.
Civilian ships, you are ordered to disengage and retreat. We will cover you.
Roger that, Starfleet. All ships, fall back.
All civilian ships have safely warped out of the system, Captain.
It's just us. Too bad I can't hail them. No one bites the dust. Seems kind of sad. Barely taking a scratch.
Captain, the Borg have landed, and the colony won't be able to hold them off for long. I recommend beaming down to Vega and getting as many people out as we can.
Let's do it. Elisa, you're with me.
Captain, according to our readings, over half the planet is already assimilated by the Borg. At the rate they're progressing, the region we're in will be overrun in roughly 1 hour. And if that wasn't bad enough, the interference is affecting the ship's transporters.
Understood. We will manually tag survivors we find for transport. Any questions?
No, sir. I'll follow your lead.
Let's get moving. Does not sound good at all.
That's one of those Borg ships from orbit. Are we too late? Those landing ships don't just carry drones. They can pump nanoprobes directly into the ground and the atmosphere. We need to hurry. The Borg will be in this area soon.
Tagging refugees for transport. Hang on a second. Well, I'm glad you're here to see me.
Thank you. We didn't know if anyone from Starfleet got our distress signal, and we don't have any weapons. But we do have some spare armor suits for you and your officer. They're in the crates next to the gate. This code will open the gate. Please, Administrator Post and some of the others are still there. You have to save them.
Don't worry, I will. Let's see what we got.
Press the U key to view your status or the status of your ship and bridge officers. This is your character. Here you can see your equipped items and devices. You can also view your ship's equipment. Equip your bridge officer by selecting them and then double-clicking an item in your inventory.
Now we got some full body armor. Let's open this gate.
Oh no, we're too late.
Come on, let's get you guys out of here. That's it. You guys get into safety. Watch yourself. Vaporized. Good night. Let's get you guys out of here.
We have the civilians.
Don't worry.
There is still no sign of the Renown or the Kittimers.
Don't worry, guys. You won't be Borg. Not on my watch. shot in the back and vaporized.
I apologize for Koles putting a rifle in your face. If it wasn't for him, the Borg would have assimilated me by now. What's the situation? Are you bringing more Starfleet reinforcements?
We're the only ones here. The expendable is in orbit.
I see. Then it's true. Vega is doomed. A single starship cannot hope to stop this. Still, there is more to do. Many citizens are hiding in their homes. We cannot abandon them to the Borg.
We can rescue them, but something is blocking our transporters.
I know. Koles and I have been trying to get around the interference field. Thank you for tagging the people you found and getting them safely transported to your ship.
That can't be everyone.
No, there are dozens more hiding out in the buildings. But Koles and I have a plan. We think a pattern enhancer will do the trick. With that, we can transport the remaining citizens to your ship. But first, I'd like to offer you some equipment. Vega was a trade colony, and this gear was intended to go to Starbase 65. I think you need it more.
You have my thanks. I'll retrieve the equipment and then set up the pattern enhancer. What do we have here? I think that was the slot for it.
We have lowered shields for the transporter, sir. I will need to raise them at the first sign of Borg ships.
Pattern enhancers are working, and not a moment too soon. I can hear the Borg moving this way.
I need you to signal the citizens to come here for transport.
I'll do that. How long do you think you can hold off the Borg?
As long as we need to. Give them the signal. Hi! Have you met my mimes? They're very
Remember when fighting the crazy Klingon was the worst thing that could happen today?
Concentrate fire on the Borg. We need to keep them away from the civilians.
Another group of civilians is beamed to the ship, Captain.
And they're down.
Shields are back up, sir, but more Borg vessels are warping to our location. We have detected a type of generator near your position. There is a 94.6% chance it is the device affecting our transporters. If you can destroy it, we will transport as many people from the area as we are able.
Hang in there, Travell. We'll be there soon. Mayor, thank you for your assistance.
Thank you for everything you've done. Even though it was impossible to save everyone, those you did save will be forever in your debt.
Thank you. We're doing all we can. Koles, you're with me.
Glad to do anything I can. I was born on Vega. There's no way I'm sitting by and letting the Borg take it without a fight.
All right, let's get moving.
All right, Koles, you're gonna see friends who've been assimilated.
I
Don't
know the drill.
hesitate.
Just never expected any Borg here.
Oh, wrong way. Let's get this gate open.
that one. We played poker last night.
We are the Borg. Resistance is futile.
The Borg are activating the transport inhibitor. We need to disable that force field.
I'm on it. Alright, take him out from range.
The Borg are so... what's the word? Effective? Systematic? Evil. I'm gonna go with evil.
Alright, let's get this force field down, and I'm gonna have a present for you.
Resistance is futile.
And I have a present for you. Oh, did you just... Well, at least it was good for something.
The ship is transporting anyone that can get a lock on, Captain, but we don't have much time.
Let's beam
we
out.
need to get back as soon as possible. We're packed to the brim with civilians, Captain. I don't think we could fit one more soul on this ship. Communications are still jammed, so we can't reach the Renown or the Kittimer. The immediate problem is the civilian ships in this system. Vega's a huge trading outpost. There are always ships traveling here. We need to warn them the Borg have taken over.
Can we reconfigure the satellites in the system to send an automated warning?
Possibly, but what we need to do is hightail it out of here with these civilians. Of course, the path to the satellites does lead away from the planet, so we could remotely reconfigure them as we leave. The message won't get very far, but anyone who enters the system will get the signal and be able to turn around before it's too late.
Sounds like a solid plan. Helm, lay in a course for those first satellite.
Multiple probes inbound. I don't think the Borg like us hanging around.
Front! Well, something definitely happened. I don't know if I'll be able to outrun these guys. I have no forward-facing weapons. Finally out of range. Coming back for a fight. Shore up those shields. Next target. Taking one beat. One satellite down. Several to go. Be right back. Have some other options to fix. Controls are still kind of sluggish. Welcome back. Almost done with the tutorial mission.
Never thought I'd wish I was back at the academy studying for the astrometrics final.
From this time forward, your culture will adapt to service ours.
One more shot ought to do it. Or not.
Ships on sensors. No way to contact them, and I can't tell if they're friend or foe.
Wow, that's comforting. Let's get that last satellite.
Lower your shields and prepare to be boarded. All life forms will be assimilated.
A cube? Guess it's our time to go out in a blaze of glory.
Exceptional effort. Now, let us finish.
The Defiant is here.
Held off what we could in Pollux and sent a signal out to Starfleet. These were the closest ships. Others will be arriving as soon as they can.
Glad to see you. There's no way we could have defeated a cube by ourselves.
You have handled things well thus far. Excellent thinking on reconfiguring the satellites into warning beacons. We received the signal as soon as we arrived in the system.
Are we going to attempt to retake Vega?
I will be discussing that option with the other captains here. But your priority is to protect the civilians you have on board, as well as to ensure the safety of your crew. The Kittimer will return to Earth space dock with you. Once you arrive, report to Admiral Quinn. He will have more information for you.
Yes, sir.
You and your crew have done well. Koles would make a fine addition to your senior staff.
Congratulations.
Captain
Lieutenant.
Volok told us to get to Earth's space dock, and I think he's right. We need to get the civilians to safety. And I don't think I can handle any more excitement.
Warp to Earth space dock. And server not responding. This cannot be good. Oh, no, it goes. Oh, timed out. This happens a lot. Terribly sorry. I will have to black some stuff out. Back to the game. See what happens sometimes with this game? Totally breaks things.
Starfleet Academy must report to Admiral Quinn's office upon arrival. Ships docking and undocking must disengage engines and operate on maneuvering thrusters only.
Sorry about this. Got an option to got some stuff to do. Looks like something else may be interfering. I'll have to correct that soon enough.
Condition Alpha. Repeat. Condition Alpha.
Greetings, Lieutenant. Admiral, sir. Tigru reporting. We have a lot to discuss, Cadet Tigru. It's, Lieutenant, sir. Ah, yes. I see that here in the report transmitted by Captain Volok. He granted you a field promotion to give you seniority over the rest of the active crew of your ship. As a cadet, you were assigned to an academy training cruise under Captain Mazak Taggart, correct? Acting First Officer? Yes, that is correct. I've heard the reports. Facing off against Klingon raiders and a Borg invasion force within hours of leaving Starfleet Academy. Very unusual. In your own words, tell me what happened out there, sir. Well, few hours later. That's quite the story. Yes, sir, it's all true. Don't worry. I'll have the statements here from Captains Volok and Yim and Wyla Post from Vega Colony corroborating your story. All three of them cite your bravery and command skills, as well as your crew's willingness to put yourselves in harm's way to preserve the lives of the others. I'm a Starfleet officer, sir. It's my job. It's in my job description. and you're exactly the kind of officer Starfleet needs. I know your ship might not be the Enterprise, but I think you've proven yourself capable of sitting in her captain's chair. Sir? Under normal circumstances, it would take you years to work to get your own command. But these are not normal circumstances. We are at war with the Klingon Empire. The Borg have returned. I'm losing more trained officers and ships than I can spare. Ships can be rebuilt, but leaders with courage and honor, those are harder to find. It's time to try something different. I need someone who can handle themselves in a crisis and get the best out of their crew. Even though you're young, I think you're that person. I hereby promote you to the rank of lieutenant and give you command of the USS Expendable. Do not disappoint me. You won't regret this, sir. Your orders? You'll be assigned to the Klingon front, but first, you could use some new equipment for the Expendable. I have some improved consoles developed by the Starfleet Corps of Engineers. These consoles can be installed on your ship to improve its abilities. As you improve in rank, you will earn better consoles. Other ships you will command throughout your career will have space for many more. When you're done here, see Dry's racks to customize your starship appearance. Oof, look at all that stuff. Battlefield Commission. Unfortunately, that's pretty much all that comes for the tutorial and whatnot. I do have a free agent that is waiting, so I will be starting off the next episode with a new ship. Well, actually, setting up the new ship that the free agent gives me, as well as several other items. Until then, see you next time.